Hi and welcome to this pick a card reading for the full moon cycle. If this is your first time ever doing a pick a card reading, all you need to do is pick a pile and click on the timestamp and go into your reading. And so for this reading, it will be focusing on the full moon cycle that we are entering. And so today, being Friday the 13th, we are also in the full moon cycle in the Pisces horoscope. And this full moon is actually considered the harvest moon. So, as with the idea of harvesting, it is now time to harvest the energy, harness it, and use it. Use it to your advantage in everything that you are doing, whether abundance, whether manifesting, whether it be about self growth. Now is the time to harvest that energy, to use it for your own. And so, again, all you have to do is pick a pile and click on the timestamp and go into your reading. And so, over here, we have pile number 1, 2, and 3. You can pause this video to meditate on which pile you'd like to select. If you already know which pile you are going to select, again, go into the description box, look for your pile number, and click on the timestamp to get to your reading. And so, without further ado, let's get started. Pile number 1, this is your reading. And first things first, your oracle card is the disseminating moon, and the message is take time to breathe out. In addition to that, we have the tarot, and your first card is the Nine of Swords. And if we take a closer look, the Nine of Swords reveals to us that now is the time. It really is the time for you to breathe, to reflect on everything that you've experienced, endured, the emotional roller coaster that you've been in, and to reflect on that, not so much as a feeling of defeat, but to see how this can help you, right? As you can see here, it's someone who looked like they've just awoken from a nightmare, right? When we wake up from a nightmare, we're kind of contemplating what just happened. What is this trying to tell us? And whether to dwell and ruminate in these awful things that we've experienced, how can we strengthen ourselves to how can we strengthen ourselves to be able to overcome future challenges? Like, today is not the only day that I will endure a dark day. So how can I prepare myself to overcome dark days that are up ahead? And as you can see, the swords, there's swords hanging above the bed. 9 swords. And 9 is a pretty odd number. You only need 1 to make 10. And so here you also have another odd number card, 7 of Pentacles. You only need 1 more to make 8. And so it's almost like you're already making that initiative to strengthen yourself, to heal yourselves. Now is the time to see how everything that you've done up until now can help you progress into the future. How can we overcome our dark days in the future? How can we overcome future challenges? And we already have everything that we need to prepare us for future challenges. We even see here it's a garden. This person has grown this garden to prepare for the harsh winter. And then here we see the Chariot being prepared to endure a hardship. And as you can see these two together, it's like you've already grown and you've already developed all your tools and all your resources. Now is the time. When time comes for you to take on these challenges, you will be prepared. As you can see, the Chariot was used in ancient times to have an advantage on enemies. And so even in this Chariot card, you see there's two mythical creatures in front of the Chariot, and these two could represent your guides, the divine, your guides that are there to support you and help you in your darkest days. What are they saying to you? Listening to what they are saying to you, listening to the signs that they are showing you, and how can it help you through these dark days? And so harnessing that energy, that this moon cycle, the full moon cycle, to the best that you can to be able to overcome these dark days. And you already have everything that you need, as you can see in the Seven of Pentacles. Seven as a typical lucky number, right? Number 7. And so here we see that the Ace of Wands, the divine and the universe does not give you an obstacle that you cannot do. It is always handing you these obstacles to help you grow. They are blessings in disguise. And as you can see here, it's essentially giving you this tool, this wand, to overcome your challenges. As you can see over here too, you know, when we put these all together, it's literally your journey. It's your journey of having experienced something traumatic and learning to grow from it, right? Learning to grow from it, from the moment that you feel defeated, owning up to those emotions, and developing yourself again, evolving yourself. And so, again, the divine in the universe doesn't give you obstacles that you cannot overcome. And see here, the Page of Pentacles. The Pentacles, for me, is also a sign of abundance, a sign of having something, being able to manifest. And again, the universe and the divine does not give you obstacles that you cannot overcome. And when you do overcome them, you feel prepared. You feel like it has made you stronger. It has helped you to refine your skills, to be able to endure some of the darkest days that are up ahead. And once you have those skills ready and refined, you can use them at the at your own at your own at your own expense. And so here it's like literally, if you see it that way, the divine is giving you these gifts for a reason. And here the last card, the moon. The moon showing us that if you follow the signs, you will be able to utilize the energy of this moon to help you overcome this challenge, right? Whether it be a financial hardship or a relationship hardship, if you follow the signs and you follow your gut instincts, it will lead you to where you need to be. It will lead you to overcoming the challenges that you need to overcome to help strengthen your inner being. And so even as you can see here, it's like signs from the environment, signs from the animals, signs from, your environment. And even the moon is telling you to take this time to recover and recuperate. So again, this is the full moon in Pisces. And as we know, Pisces is a very intuitive sign. And so now is the time to listen to your gut, reflect, and recuperate. Recuperate on the challenges that you've endured in the past week to be able to overcome new challenges. And so this is the reading for pile 1. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Alright, so this is the reading for pile number 2, and right away I can tell that this is going to be a relationship reading. As you can see, the new moon in Taurus is your oracle card, and the message is prosperity lies ahead. And some of the things that are associated with Taurus is Venus, the planet of love, as well as Mother Earth, nurturing, stubbornness, and hard work. And the new moon card, this new moon, is all about letting go and being open to the new. And so this is a relationship that is comparable to like a challenging relationship, right? We look at Adam and Eve and how complicated that relationship was. This card is showing that. And then next to it, we have the magician. The magician, as we know, creates either out of illusion or out of thought and imagination, and things manifest. And here you see all the tools that the magician has to try and make this relationship work, make this happen. And yeah, you see it trying to conjure up, something good out of this relationship, and working hard to it, and everything to, adjusting their own beliefs to make this relationship work. And you see, like, this relationship is very challenging. Even the divine, bringing them together to endure this challenge is really for the benefit of the person who is meant to grow from it. And so, while it seems like it's a challenging relationship, there is something to be learned about this challenge or this obstacle that the both of you are enduring. And again, the magician, you as you reflect, you are seeing how you have worked so hard. And then here, the emperor card, the emperor sits on his throne with pride and almost an accomplishment, not willing to back down. Like, you see him in this knight undergarment, sitting on its throne, and on top of a mountain. This person with their ego and pride are not backing down. It's either my way or the highway. And then here we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the priestess, similarly to the magician, trying to make things work on a spiritual, emotional, and mental level, and willing to come to the level of the people to strengthen this relationship. And you see here the two people in the foreground trying to listen to the voice of the people and trying to heal them. And then, here the Eight of Swords. She has worked so hard. She's worked to the point of making this relationship work that she is bound. She is bound by this white sash. And not only that, she's confined by these 8 swords. And so, after all this hard work and not seeing it happen or seeing this work, she is still confined, because it's like that saying, it takes two people to make a relationship work. And she's now had it up to, had it up to here to try and make this relationship work. And as you can see, she's vulnerable. She has made herself so vulnerable. She has dumped down her own needs to the point of being completely vulnerable to this relationship, to the point of not being able to do anything to make it work. And now is the time for her to really evaluate her role in this relationship. And here's the Hermit card. And oftentimes the Hermit card comes up to allow a person, is usually comes up during a time when someone needs to find a refuge in their own solitary, to reflect and think about this struggle or this challenge that they've endured. And what can they take, what do they have left, what do they have left now that they've been stripped bare of everything? What do they have left to offer themselves, right? The hermit as a solo traveler, and the only thing they have is their guiding light. And then, after being in this hermit state, you know, the queen of pentacles. The pentacles is a symbol for me, anyways. It's a sign for me, um, that shows me that abundance is close, abundance is near, abundance in love, abundance in prosperity, and after all this hard work that you've done, you realize that this relationship isn't working, and you find refuge in your own solitary confinement. And in there is where you find that you thrive, you're thriving, and you don't need this other person to thrive. And as you can see, in her own refuge, everything around her is blossoming. There's fruits in the trees, and there's animals around, kind of like the princesses in those Disney movies. She's thriving. Somehow she manifests and things just work out for her, as long as she doesn't she doesn't lose a part of herself. And so this is the reading for pile number 2. And not only that, as you can see, the prosperity card, the prosperity lies ahead, and to utilize the new moon in Taurus energy, the Taurus as the horoscope that aligns with Venus, stubbornness, love, sexuality, fertility, and hard work. You are a hard-working person, and you never want to give up on what you want to do. Even in the relationships that you're in, you don't want to give up. You have hope for it. And when you realize that it's not working for you, you know how you can thrive in other relationships. This is the reading for pile number 2. I will see you in the next reading. Alright, so this is the reading for pile number 3. And first things first, the oracle card that came out for you is the full moon in Libra, and the message is a win-win outcome is forecast. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that a literal decision is going to be a win-win for you. It could even mean that although you make a decision and it doesn't seem like it's serving you, or it doesn't seem like it's going the way that you want it, that it's not going to work out for you. If a decision you made doesn't turn out the way you want it, it could still be a win-win for you. It could still be an advantage for you. And so I like to think of the Libra and the scale as, you know, similar to the yin and the yang. There is no dark without light, and there's no light without dark. There's always something to counter it in order for it to balance. And so that is what I am seeing. That is what I am seeing with the oracle card, is that regardless of the decision, either the job, and I'm thinking more so of like this being a career decision, that it'll still benefit you. And you can even see here with the Four of Cups, you're being, it could, an example is that you have applied for 4 different types of jobs, and one of the jobs responds to you. Maybe it might not be the one that you wanted for sure. It was probably not your first choice, but whatever choice, whatever decision is made, or whatever callback you get, it's still gonna serve you. And so the next card you see is the Hermit card, and the Hermit card is really calling on you to look inside, do some self-reflection, use your gut instincts to decide what that decision could be. Always lean towards your gut instincts. And then the next card is, you can see here, the Two of Pentacles. And you can even see that this person is trying to juggle these 2 pentacles. Not only that, you see this loop, this infinity loop intertwined between these 2 things. And so it's not that one is separate from the other. All these decisions and all these opportunities are connected one way or another, and it's just in a matter of how do you weigh it out, how do you balance it out, how do you decide the decision will best serve you. Even though at the forefront maybe your ego is telling you this job looks more appealing, but the one that serves you best is maybe the one that doesn't seem too appealing, but it will take care of you in all aspects of your life. And so broadening your view of these opportunities that are coming your way. And then this next card is the Ace of Swords. It's for me, it's overcoming this decision making. In the end, when you do make your decision, the decision that best serves you is going to be the one that is meant for you. And so even though you feel like the job that you really, really wanted didn't call you back, and the one that was probably your second choice does call you back, maybe that's the one that best serves you. And so calling on that intuition to help you make your decision, and that if one doesn't work out, there's always something else that's gonna be in the works for you. And so here you see it's kind of like the card of winning. No matter what opportunity or decision you make, it's going to be a winning situation. And see, here it's the Knight of Pentacles. Again, it has that. It has the Pentacles, this sign of, or the symbol of abundance. It's sort of like a trophy, right? We see this knight on a horse, and it's acquired this treasure, it's acquired this trophy, it's accomplished something, it's defeated something to acquire this, or it's finished its mission. And so it could even be that this decision that you are making will resolve something in your life, whether it be financially, relationship wise, or even it will resolve the feeling of contributing to whoever you're in this domestic relationship with, as an example. And so the with this energy of the moon is calling us to do is harvesting, right? It's the harvest moon, harvesting the energy to be able to make this decision. Now is the time to make that decision so that things come together, so things can manifest. And no matter what decision you make, it's gonna serve you, and you just have to trust. You just have to trust that whatever decision you make, it's gonna be what is best for you. It's going to be the one that serves you. It's going to be the one that is intended for you. And so, along with this card, I'm going to pull out another one because I just kind of want to see what happens after you've acquired or you've won, right? What happens once you've acquired your trophy and your treasure? What do you do with it? It's like every story. It's not just a happy ending. Life still goes on. And so here, the Judgment card. Judgment, being relieved of judgment, no longer having judgment. As you can see, all these people below, they're like praising. They're praising, the heavens. They're praising this angel that has made it happen for the people below. They're thankful, being thankful for these opportunities that come your way, and not being so fixated on just one decision, being open, broadening your view on the opportunities that come away. Don't be fixated on the one thing that seems the most appealing. Broaden your perspective. And when you let go of your judgment of others and of yourself, you broaden your perspective on the opportunities that come your way. And there's less expectations. There's less expectations for failures and also successes. You might as well just go with the flow. And once you just go with the flow, you live a little happier. You're a little bit more content with the opportunities that come your way. Alright, and this is it for pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and please look forward to the next reading in a new video.